Check it, yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the deal, YouTube family? Thought I'd go live for a little bit, you know, give y'all some commentary for a little bit. I'm chilling right now, kind of tired. Been a long, been a long weekend, man. I had to get some interviews done. It's a lot of things going on within the culture. I did some videos about them, so I figure I just go live and chop it up a little bit. Test the waters a little bit. I should be doing some more live soon, but when you're busy and everything, it's really tough. But first things first, you got Bone Thugs and Harmony going against 3 6 Mafia. Who y'all rolling with? This is a good matchup right here. This is a real good matchup because they both came out from that era. They both came out for that era. And we had LaChat on the show last night, and she's very ecstatic about it too. So you know it's gonna be crazy. Who y'all got? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know who y'all picking with this versus here. Now, we know 3 6 got 20 joints, but Bone Thugs and Harmony got those classics. I mean, first of all, if they bring DJ Unique out there, you know he's gonna do his part for the music selection. Paul, he could do the DJing, but we all know Bone, they got that song selection. They come out there. First of all, they have an advantage already because all 5 members are still alive. Second, they come out there with the intro. 2 intros could either set the tone. They could either do East 99 is where you find us, and on Cleveland is the city where you come from, so run. East 99 is where you find us, and on Cleveland. It's either that, or they could do Thug Love, come out the gate together, coming out Thug Love. Or 3 6 Mafia, they could come out there with the creepy intro themselves. Now, if 3 6 was going to have an edge, they would have to probably not only play their popular hits, but they would also have to bring out some of their affiliates. I'm talking about like Lil White. I'm talking about Kingpin, Skinny Pimp, Player Fly, even though I don't know if that's going to work. But I think it's going to be dope for hip-hop, and they both got the dope stage presence. I'm predicting this is going to do at least 1 million. The last one that did 1 million, I think, was Brandy and Monica. I think they did 1 million. But see, with these guys here, they have that cult following. Both of these groups got cult followings. So it's gonna do 1 million. I'm guaranteed. And they're hyping the thing up. They're hyping up on the Instagram. They're doing the funny skits. Uncle T, I got 3 6. Ah man, it's tough, man. Cause I love both groups. They both changed the culture, and it's kind of tough because I grew up listening to both. You know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to both of them. It also depends who set the tone. Now, being that Bone, they kind of, they ain't really come out with many hits later on. And 3 6 Mafia, a lot of the youth is sampling their music more. They might win it in the popularity contest by a slight edge. But Bone, man, come on. Notorious Thugs, For the Love of Money, they got they did something that no other group has done. They got songs with Pop, songs with Biggie, songs with Easy, Pun, all the deceased legends. The only group that done it. So that's gonna be very interesting with itself. 3 6 got more bangers. Yeah. See, I said that too. When I say weak ass, you say bitch. Weak ass bitch. If they play that, place gonna go crazy. Now, people are like, well, why is it in LA? See, it's good for it to be in LA because it's a mutual ground. They don't need to hold it in the South. They don't need to hold it in the Midwest. They probably should have held it in New York because you won't have no bias this, but LA is good. LA is pretty good. And I like what they're doing. They're promoting this thing real well. They got the funny little skits. Busy, he released something on his Instagram page where he was playing a Samuel Jackson on Pulp Fiction, and he had the gun to DJ Paul. It was funny as hell. Then you had 3 6 Mafia. They did the throwing Busy down the steps for the I think it was for the Rent Dude skit. It was funny as hell. Yeah, they should bring out Young Buck. They should definitely bring out Young Buck, man. 8 Ball MJG, they should bring them out too. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. And they got people don't even want to sleep. 3 6 got some shit. Pop my collar. Pop my collar. Now if we talking features too, then you gotta bring, if they're gonna bring, they gotta bring Lord Infamous's son out there to do a lot of Lord's cover songs. That kid sounds so much like Lord, it's scary. I'm talking about a split image of Lord Infamous. I mean, from the way he talk, the way he rap, the way he look. Whew. The influence is crazy. You're right, bro. 3 6's influence is wild, man. I mean, I was talking to the chat last night, and it's a trip how a lot of the youth had 3 6's DNA in their music. But you got to understand this too. Bone Thugs and Harmony, they put the harmony into the music. They mixed it with the gangster stuff. So nobody was doing that. See, with Twister was doing the fast rapping. Bone Thugs and Harmony, they were harmonizing gangster shit. So it was like something we never seen before. Then you start seeing niggas harmonizing like Nelly. Nelly came through. Nelly's basically a spawn of Bone Thugs and Harmony. They brought that singing to the table. But it's definitely gonna be a good matchup. It's definitely gonna be a good matchup for real. 3 6 to tear the club up. Outro. Yes. Yes. But see, Bone have the advantage though, because they got all 5 members. Now, it depends how they're gonna format this. Now, if this is gonna be just groups, then yeah, it's gonna be even. But we're doing solo projects, we're gonna be here all night long. So we definitely should see. And going on to other things, man. We was talking the other night, me and Poet and Comment. We can check us out on Screwball Radio every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, 8 Central Time. We was talking about Benny the Butcher. Benny the Butcher signing to Def Jam. I want to know, do y'all think it's a good move? See, Def Jam is going through a rebuilding stage, and I'm confident that it's the right move. To me, it's kind of like the right move, because now you got people that understand hip-hop trying to resurge the label. You bring Snoop Dogg, who's an executive over there now, and that's a plus for the culture, seeing that somebody that understands the streets and understands hip-hop, they can be pretty much a shot caller out there. And for him to bring Benny the Butcher as be the face of Def Jam, come on. That's the perfect look right there. The first round draft pick, Benny the Butcher. And those guys, they've been putting it down independently, so I guess they want a machine behind them now, because it's a lot of legwork pressing those copies yourself, doing those independent shows and paying for the artwork, paying for the pressing, paying for the features. When you sign to a big label, the label could cover a lot of that. I guess the Butcher got tired of coming out of pocket. And plus, what you also got to look at, he probably had a health issue recently. I'm glad he's okay. So he figured, let me go ahead and go to a major. They can cover that cost. Because he missed out on a lot of bread. He missed out on a lot of bread missing them shows like that. I mean, people was already missing out on bread as it is with COVID. So everything trying to slowly get back in full gear. So he figured, I need a little extra security right now, because missing them shows like he did, it hurt. It hurt in a lot of ways. But we shall see. A lot of people are actually very concerned about Benny signing over there. And I'm thinking it's a good move for him. And people are concerned mainly because they're probably gonna force him to do collabs with Lil Durk and all these guys. And I'm like, we gotta understand, we gotta look at it like this. If he wants to make a crossover album and go platinum, I salute it. Because he gave us so much dope music in the past couple years. Him and with the Griselda family as a whole, they gave us so much dope free music. So let these guys cross over. Let them get that bag, as they would say. Because they deserve it, man. I mean, those guys, they brought it back to the town. When a lot of these New York niggas, they was over there trying to sound like the South, trying to sound like the West Coast, Griselda rose in the industry like a phoenix. And they brought that hardcore sound back. The legends had to stamp them. Prodigy stamped them. Raekwon stamped them. He passed them the torch. People may get annoyed by Westside Gunn and his flow, but when it comes to being a dope orator, he knows the game. He knows the game. He knows how to correlate dope projects. Sometimes his voice may throw niggas off. I mean, the way he rapped threw me off a little bit. Yo, got the sandwiches in. Throw them in the plastic, gonna get it hit with the masket, got the bandana, boom, boom, boom. Shots coming in with the chanting, boom, boom. I mean, that shit can throw you off a little bit, but that dude, he can pick some dope production. He knows how to pick the right guests because his last album was banging. His last album was dope. I'm talking about side A and side B. And how rare is that for somebody to pretty much put the A side and the B side together and have it come out like it did? So I tilt my hats off to Griselda, man. I mean, those guys, they've been putting it down for the town for a long time. Conway, even with the Shady deal, even though the Shady deal didn't work out for them, they still kept it coming. They kept putting out EPs, LPs, the crazy designers. Now, you know what Griselda brought to the table? They brought this to the table too. You know, when they find these crazy covers and they black out the eyes. Now, you notice a lot of rappers are doing that now. Like, let's say you get a cover of Vladimir Putin. They put him on the cover. They'll take a black bar and put it over his eyes. Now you see a lot of people doing that now. That's like a new trend that Griselda started. So these guys are new pioneers, man. I mean, I got to tilt my hat off to them. So congratulations to the Butcher for signing to a major. I'm hoping that the project is going to be dope. I actually met Benny 2 years ago. Real cool dude. We got a picture together. Y'all probably saw the picture and everything. We actually had one of they people on from Black Soprano on the show a while back, which was dope as well. So we definitely gonna be look forward to do some more work together with those guys. Now, going on with this topic here, and I said this earlier, talking about the baby and Delaney. I think that's her name, Delaney. See, this been a hot topic all day. And I'm going to be real with y'all for a minute. Y'all want to know why this is a hot topic? Because while people are discussing this, peep what just happened. While people are going up in arms, I'm talking about the bloggers. I'm talking about all of this stuff that's pertaining to this issue. Look what's been happening. You got Australia right now. They're causing riots out there over the mandate because now they got anybody that's, UV'd. They're going to be pretty much on lockdown. And you got that. And you got also the Kyle Rittenhouse dropped the gun charges. So they do this strategically to distract us. That's why we can't really be too caught up in a lot of this celebrity drama, even though there's a lot of the situations like this in the baby and Delaney. in our community. And I feel it needs to be addressed because there's a lot that comes with it. It's deeper than just being celebrity gossip. And now, me personally, I do not care about personally about these people, but when you see a lot of these circumstances happening within our own community, you got to say something about it. And it starts with accountability. It starts with personal accountability. He should be held accountable because he seeks somebody just based off how he came up, the women he was around in his environment. He thought he had a baddie, but didn't vet her out, get to know her. Now she vetted this dude out, didn't learn him, didn't know a thing about him. Her career wasn't popping off, so what did she do? She got pregnant, thinking that's gonna be a way to the bag. So, excuse me. You get that situation here. You got two different situations happening. You got two toxic people with two different intentions linking up. These are the results of what's happening. Now you got a kid involved in this. And I'm not taking sides with anybody. See, people, they assumed that I was taking sides earlier on, if you look on my Facebook, that I was siding with the baby on this. But you got a lot of people, man, a lot of women in particular, they sided with her because they're basically her. They're basically Delaney. There's a lot of them like that out there. The only difference is y'all putting up with a nigga that ain't got no bread. But he acts like him. But somewhere along the line, there needs to be accountability, man. They got to be accountable. Because, see, that's where we suffering as a people in our community. There's no accountability at all. We just run amok. We just do what we want to do. And this is the results. And you can always say, well, where are the daddies? Where are the mothers? You see the OGs. They're not even setting the example. The so-called OGs, they're out there pulling up, clout chasing, on Clubhouse talking ish. The so-called OGs are out there mingling with the young people. So instead of leaving by example, what do these people look to? They look to entertainers. They look to people that are pretty much in that world for guidance. They look, because see, now you got the internet raising the kids now. It's worse now. See, the difference was back then with television and with the way the world was back in the 80s and the 90s at the time. There was no internet access. If you had anytime we had access to the news, we had to wait till we got home to see what was going on with the news. Other than that, we didn't care. The only time that you had somebody on the news, if you had somebody that was alert with worldly events, like you had that one nigga in school that was preaching there's only 5 years left on some Busta Rhymes shit, and he was the one with the insider information. But for the most part, we didn't care about the news like that. We didn't know about what went on until we got home. That's one difference. And plus, you didn't have access to a lot of sexuality and porn. There was times where even you had to have a parent or a guardian with you to buy these certain records. I remember even when I was doing record shop, I had to bring my mom and dad. They wouldn't sell me no explicit records. But see, today now, you look around. Everybody has an iPhone. Everybody has a cell phone. So they're exposed to all this stuff. 20 hours of the day. Look at how many times these kids pick up their phone. There's no mother around. There's no daddy around. So now, all of them raise that. Yeah. So at the end of the day, that's what you got to look at. Yeah, so at the end of the day, that's the way you see it. You see it like that. The internet is raising the kids. Hold on one second. Yeah, I was reading some information more about this story. I was reading some more about that. Now, He done pressed charges on her, and now he pulled a chess move, because usually the woman is who calls the cops first. He pulled a smart move. The baby actually pulled a smart move. He called the police on her. Usually the woman calls the police first. So now look at the narrative. Now see, look at the narrative now. I'm not taking the baby's side. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, look at how contradictory people think. Now, you look on Shade Room, which is family biased. They calling the baby a snitch. He telling on a female now. But yet, y'all do the same thing to y'all baby daddies. Y'all call the police in a minute. He happened to get the upper hand, and now the narrative changed. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy to me. Now they're labeling him as a snitch. Hold on, I'm looking at some more news about this. I'm going to read the article. Hang on tight real quick. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, the game done changed. Yeah, it did. It really changed. Hold on right quick, y'all. About to hang on and read that part of the article. Hold on 1 second. So I seen it earlier, then it just popped. It just went away. Yeah, feel free to chime in. In the meantime, I'm trying to find this article. Okay, here it is. I think here it is right here. Okay, here it is right here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My apology. Said it is now clear why the baby. Damn, they need to fix this shit. It said it was now clear why the baby was recording Delaney while they argued. Cops who responded to his home said she assaulted him on Sunday and then again on Monday. Charlotte Mecklenburg PD said Delaney was charged with 2 counts of simple assault after officers made 2 visits to the rapper's home. The first came on Sunday night after the baby had gone live on IG showing, I call it Delaney or Danily. Danily, I think it's Danily, my bad. If I'm getting her name wrong, my apology. Danily, as she was feeding her 3-month-old child. Cops said the baby accused the singer of striking him, but police left without making an arrest. That changed though when they went back to the house on Monday after 9:30 a.m. responding to the baby's second claim of domestic abuse. Second time, cops say after investigation found enough evidence to cite her on 2 misdemeanor assaults, 1 for Monday and Sunday alleged incidents. That's very rare, because I bet you this, if he would have cornbread her scalp, the energy would have been totally different. Guarantee it would be. He did a smart thing, actually. But, you can't win. With today's biased media, you can't win. It's the same way with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. We ain't seen no true evidence of her getting shot. And you mean to tell me, as attention ridden as this generation is, she wouldn't show that wound? Tell me about it, man. So I'm about to go right now, y'all. Just want to chop it up a little bit, do some lives. As a matter of fact, I might start doing some more lives, man. Y'all think I should do some more lives? Like, if y'all want me to do some more lives, leave some comments, man, because I'm actually kicking it with y'all, man. So this is me, King Eric, signing out. I'm about to post this interview that we did with the Eastsiders manager, Jazzy. And I got another one. I got the LeChat interview this week. I'm going to post up there. I got the interview with Yuckmouth and Code 187 back-to-back Friday. I'm steady working, man. So, holla at your boy, man. I'm out.